Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. DAPs.
And I'm Johnny Five.
And tonight we're going to be talking about the Blue Bayou Bash thing.
And outsourcing your own job.
Even better. So why are you Johnny Five tonight?
I'm Johnny Five in honor of Danny Kaye. Just recent. Well, it's Danny. There's 5 letters in
I didn't
Danny,
know you knew who Danny Kaye was.
I love Danny Kaye.
Oh, okay.
His birthday was recently.
That's true.
He would have been 100, but he would have celebrated 102. Or he was actually 102. He was celebrating 100 because he made himself 2 years younger.
Why did
Weird
he do
trivia.
that?
No one knows.
To get
they
into
were
the
interviewing
military
his
or
daughter,
something?
She doesn't know. But
Okay.
they were doing a marathon of all his movies, so I got to see Court Jester and Hans Christian Andersen are 2 of my favorites. And then like
I think
Wonder Man.
both of them are on Netflix.
Yeah, like Wonder Man and a couple others that I'd never heard of. A Song is Born. Like really good films came out of
Five
that era.
Pennies.
Didn't see that one.
You should see that one. I love it.
I feel like I hear about 5 Pennies a lot, but not in the context of films.
It's your movie.
I will look it up.
Yes.
I'll look it up as
Okay.
soon as I can.
So why are you Johnny Five?
Because there's 5 letters in Danny.
Oh,
so
that was
happy.
just all of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, it's just because,
Okay,
Danny
so
Kaye.
New Orleans Bayou Bash has come back. I think that's the same name it had last year. Roger's not here to tell me. Oh,
Yeah.
man. So anyway, it's back. It's going to be on sporadic weekends through February 12th, and it started last Friday, and we recorded it, and it was a lot of fun. And they had Princess Tiana and Naveen and Louis dancing and singing on the banks of the rivers of America. And I actually really enjoy they call it the traditional New Orleans jazz band.
Yeah, I was watching that too.
Isn't that fun? Like they come down and they do their dance and they're singing and they're get the kids dancing, and it's not anything really that structured, but they just and the guy blowing the whistle, like he's my favorite.
Don't remember that.
He's the guy that leads. He has a top hat and like striped pants.
Yeah,
and he's just sitting there blowing the whistle as
Yeah.
he's dancing around. He's pretty much one of my favorite entertainers at the resort because he's entertaining. But yeah.
Dance and whistle.
So we thought it would be cool if we kind of just do a recap every week of what's going on with Limited Time Magic.
Our weekly
limited report.
The weekly limited.
Yeah, the limited report of the weekly limited.
Well, 'cause, like the railroad is the Disneyland limited, isn't it?
I'm a little bit jealous of what Walt Disney World's got though.
What do
Because
got?
they have the limited characters or the lost characters coming back.
Oh.
And they had Scrooge McDuck,
Nice.
Ludwig von Drake,
Dude.
the whole
They had all the ducks?
No,
could
they
have a
had
hockey team.
those 2, and Robin Hood clan and the
Nice.
3 Little Pigs. And I don't think I've ever seen the 3 Little Pigs before, and I haven't seen Ludwig von Drake, so that would be awesome. And good for you. And he's trying to be quiet in the corner.
Chipper in the back has seen
I'm like, okay, Chipper, you got a name now. Yes. You're never living that one down. If you want to know why, comments. Wow, you're red. Yeah, so it's fun, but I'm a little bit jealous of Walt Disney World because I would love to see Ludwig von Drake and Scrooge McDuck together because they're pretty much the coolest ducks.
Uncle Scrooge?
Yeah.
I can't imagine them together, actually.
There's pictures. They're
Like,
right next to each other.
interacting. Like, I can't... I don't know.
Yeah. I've seen Darkwing.
I have
Yeah.
pictures of me in Darkwing somewhere.
in Launchpad. And yeah, that would be pretty cool. All of them.
Gizmo
Duck. I've never seen Gizmo Duck, but I imagine it'd be a little bit dangerous.
I actually have wanted that to be my Halloween costume multiple times.
If you would like to see that as Johnny Five's Halloween costume next year, tell us now because it's going to take that long to make it.
And to learn to unicycle.
Yeah, that worked well. That worked really well last time.
Not so well.
No, not so much. So yeah, that's what's going on with Limited Time Magic. We've got the Lunar New Year coming up soon. There's details about that on DAPs Magic, and yeah, that's all I got for you right now on that.
Cool.
Our limited report on Limited Time Magic is over.
Yes.
Outsourced.
Outsourced.
Are you getting outsourced? Is that what you're saying?
No, this is a weird article that I found that cracked me up.
It really is entertaining.
It cracked you up. Apparently this guy, and they're calling him Bob because they don't want to let you know who it is, outsourced his own job to China. So basically, he was like doing software coding. He wrote software, and he outsourced the actual software writing part to China. So let's see, they have the numbers. He was being paid something, several $100,000s a year, and only had to pay the Chinese consulting firm about 50 grand annually. So he kept the difference.
It's a pretty good difference.
So his workday was surfing Reddit, watching cat videos online, surfing eBay and social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn, and then he emailed updates on his project.
And you know the part I love about this report here
What?
is it says Bob's quarterly performance reviews consistently described him as the best developer in the building.
Yeah. So the company got really good code made and paid him to do it, and he paid someone else to do it. So
This sounds like a TV show.
Yeah.
Like I keep waiting for them to say, "Oh yeah, it's coming on NBC this fall."
Right.
And I can't believe it. Yeah.
It's just such an amazing.
Maybe we should outsource the show.
Yeah. So
Like maybe we should get somebody in China to be Mr. Daps and Johnny Five, and
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
maybe we'll get more viewers that way.
But what popped into my head as I was reading this is I want to know, because I suspect that some of our viewers may have been to Reddit once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of salary would you like to draw from surfing Reddit? or if you could just be paid to surf the internet, where would you surf? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you watch cat videos or would you go to Facebook or I don't know. Like if I were paid to just sit on the internet, I would watch YouTube videos of magic shows. Is what I would
And
do.
you could watch all those Star Trek fan films, and you could watch all the other parody videos, and like there's the world.
The world is literally at your fingertips because that's where your keyboard
Yeah,
tends to be.
and you probably get really fast internet if you're working for one of those internet companies, because like
Secure
you think
connections.
about it, like it's going like
Firewalls
crazy.
And murder modems. I was gonna say server and modem at the same time, and I said murder.
Oh.
As I'm looking at you, that's kind of anyway.
I like this part too. Verizon did not identify the company or the worker, describing him as inoffensive, quiet family man in his mid-40s who's been with the company a very long time and whom, quote, you wouldn't look at twice in an elevator, end quote.
So the like
Okay.
security risk, because this is Verizon was analyzing.
You know what it's going to turn out, right?
What?
He was actually a CIA agent.
Ooh, sting operation.
Because that isn't... CIA agents are the guys you never look twice at, right?
Yeah.
So really, he was outsourcing his CIA job and his cover job, and
Yeah.
he still got to play on eBay and Reddit.
Would you look at Mr. Daps twice in an elevator?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
People look at me twice anyway.
It's the fedora.
Yeah, it is.
And if I'm wearing a bow tie, like
They look at you 3, 4, 7
3,
times.
4, what's on your tie?
Yeah, that's true.
All the time.
Should we talk about comments?
Comments? Yeah, we can
Yeah.
talk about comments.
Let me head
So
over to
the first comment
documents.
was in regard to the Princess Tiana show, and the reason that there is a very big crane that the Columbia is playing. What were they playing? Where you go under the stick?
Limbo.
Limbo. Yes.
Poo sticks? I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. But the Columbia is playing Limbo with a giant crane for the work being done on Big Thunder Mountain.
That was fun. And
Actually, Rick is the one who told me that. So
oh, okay.
thank you, Rick.
I love. I don't know if it's still there, but a while ago there was a chunk of the Rivers of America just taken out. Like they
It's still that way.
there's walls in a river.
And my favorite
that's-
part is all of those walls are labeled.
Yeah, because you have to know where they go, otherwise they can go anywhere
Yeah.
in the river. Like, and also we did have somebody else in our viewing audience
Who was blessed.
yeah.
I
who was
like
related
that
to-
that caught on too. Like
Yes.
maybe Miss Lily will start blessing people regularly and saying that
Maybe.
she's blessing them, because that would be pretty awesome in
Miss
her
Lily,
last.
if you're watching the show, comments.
I'm sure she watches all the time. Yeah. Well,
Because
we were the first person, I think, well, one of the first to get the video up of her. So that's pretty cool. Randy agrees with you on MySpace
yeah,
and Google Plus, and yeah, I agree with them. They really should have started earlier, and they're late to the ball game, and that's just not good. Not
And
gonna work.
I haven't even heard of Apple's Ping music.
I
social
had
network.
heard of that, and it just didn't fly ever.
Didn't fly.
So, Ping is the name of the guy in Mulan. Isn't there a Ping in Mulan?
Yes.
I'm sure
Yes.
someone's a Ping.
Yes. Anyway, continue on.
I'm gonna jump to number 5 because number 4 is number 2.
It is number 2, so we only got 4 tonight, huh?
But
I think it copied over one of them.
something.
It disappeared.
It's okay. But Tails podcast did enjoy you twit face, so I was.
Are you sure they enjoyed that, or
It
were they
says
calling?
you twit face nice?
Or were they calling you Twitface?
It says you twit face nice.
Yeah,
so
it sounds about right.
Either way, they're
Yeah.
calling me nice or they're calling my joke nice, and I'll take either.
You got it. You got it.
and is there? Can we get one more? because that's only 4.
Do you want me to go live on the show and find
like,
one?
What's the
Okay,
most,
I'm looking at our.
let's get something.
Okay, here we go. From Mr. Disney Fan Man, good show, guys. Johnny, why don't you buy a new fedora at the Elias and Company, Buena Vista Street? They have the old type of fedoras from the 1920s or 30s.
I have a huge head.
Buy for now.
I have a huge head, and they don't fit, and they don't quite look right. Like, my head is not the size that heads were in the 50s. The hats are the size the hats were. My head is not the size that heads were. So they don't look. It's a huge head. It's a what? I don't know what's.
Comments.
I can't see through.
That means comments. When I go like
comments?
this, it means comments.
Well, I couldn't see your. There's a screen here.
Yeah, I think
And
we're
it's
running out of
solid.
time. But before we do run out of time, we've been plugging away at the Shorty Awards, and we need
Yes.
tons more votes. So, if you want Johnny to do something so that you can get more votes, like if you'll get more votes for us, if Johnny will do something on the air, we will do that.
Yet.
And but we need more tweets, and that would be fantastic. And with that,
I don't know what you're talking about.
we'll see you around the corner.
Geek out. But seriously, what did?
So you wanted to talk about social media tonight, and
did. I found 2 articles that kind of threw me a little bit because I don't quite know how to respond to them, and maybe our viewers can help us respond to them a little better.
In fact,
I just realized what's going on back there.
I'm yeah, not 5. Is that what we're no?
I want to know why there are 2 timers going.
We don't know.
We have 2 timers. That's awesome.
We're
Anyway,
having a battle
I'm
of
sure
the
there's a
timers.
reason, and we'll hear it later.